Hey guys, how is it going? It's Joy. I am back. It's late, you guys. Not like super late, but it's like 9:51 where I'm at. I'm on Central Standard Time, but welcome, you guys. I'm here. I'm not going to be on here for too long, but I just have a really good topic that I wanted to share with you and talk to you guys about today. And love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions. We can kind of go back and forth, and you guys could ask me questions about narcissists or just about anything in general. But before I do get into it, I just wanted to introduce myself. If this is you guys' first time watching me, my name is Joy, and I help people overcome narcissistic abuse. So I have been dealing with narcissists since 2010, and since 2016, I have been helping people overcome narcissistic abuse. So, in my experience, I had an aunt that was a narcissist who I lived with her for 5 years. And while living with my aunt, I did meet a guy online. And I know a lot of people they'll say Twitter narc, because that's where I met him at on Twitter. And he turned out to be a narc. And so, I had that experience. And then later on, I was working at this job and I ended up meeting a borderline. So that has been my experience with dealing with narcissists and toxic people. So yeah, but I do want to go ahead and just get right into the question. And again, before I do get into it, make sure that you guys do like, share, and subscribe. I would love to hear and know what was you guys' biggest takeaway and how this did help you and how you plan on, implementing and moving forward away from a narcissist or from a toxic situation. So, the question I wanted to ask, or the topic is, how does a narc become a narcissist? So, shout out to Crystal. It was actually inspiration from her. I remember I posted, it was on my community board. So again, if you guys aren't, make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel, so that way you can get the not only the notification bell, but you'll get my community board messages that I post. But I believe Crystal was the one that asked, how does a narc become a narcissist? And I do believe, I think it was three wizards. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm sorry. Three wizard bros commented on it, which he actually had a really good response, but I'm going to say my response as well. But I'll mention his. He said how a narc becomes a narcissist is because of a child being neglected or a child being overly spoiled. And I definitely agree with that. But just my experience, I believe that narcissists become narcs based off of things that happened to them in their past, whether it was a bad relationship with their family, could have been a friend, it could have been a romantic relationship, whether the narcissist gets hurt, they get betrayed, they get used, mistreated in any way, and then the narcissist decides that, they're never letting anyone get close to them anymore. They're vowing to just always keep their wall up. They're going to hurt you before you can hurt them. They don't believe in love anymore. They don't trust people. They're not opening up there. But the thing about it, though, it's kind of crazy. The narcissist still has to go out in the world and pretend like, they want to be in love. They want to be in relationships. They want to be married. They want to have kids. And so what a lot of times the narcissist will do, and people do this in general. Some people may people watch. Myself, I don't necessarily people watch. I just kind of like observe. But I remember my narc specifically telling me that he would go to Starbucks, because living in LA, there's Starbucks like on every corner. Like just how there's like sometimes McDonald's on every corner. In LA, there's a Starbucks on every corner. So, the narc would tell me, he'd go to Starbucks and, he people watch, and a lot of narcissists observe and they watch what people do, how they react to certain things and situations and certain phrases, and yeah, they can kind of pretend to be a certain way to get a certain result or to get us to be with them or to fall in love with them. Or they watch a lot of movies too. The narc that I used to deal with, he would watch a lot of like romantic movies. So he can kind of see how to be when it comes to dating and dealing with people. Again, it wasn't that it was his personality. It was just he was trying to emulate those people so he can get what he needed, his needs, meaning a supply, attention, admiration, sex, money, or whatever the narcissist was looking for, So unfortunately, they end up using us, the victims and the survivors, as their sources of supply, right? But again, essentially, the narcissist is changed. They become a different person. They decide that, for one, they're not going to get help. They're not going to get help. And they decide that they are never going to feel that hurt. They're never going to feel that pain again. They don't want to feel betrayed again. And nobody wants to be betrayed. I get that. But when you are deciding that I have gotten hurt and everybody else that I meet is going to feel the pain that I felt, and everybody else that I meet, I'm going to basically end up doing them wrong, pretty much. I'm going to get over on them. If they don't get over, because in the narcissist's minds, I don't know if a lot of you guys know this about narcissists, they think that you're just like them, right? They think that you are, toxic. They think that you don't love them. They think that you're going to use them and mistreat them and abuse them. They don't think that you really love them like that. That is, and I didn't know that either, but I'm just like, well, why is this person nice to me in the beginning? Thank you guys for that like. Why are they nice to me in the beginning? But then afterwards, they go on and, start to devalue me, mistreat me, demean me, put me down, and call me names and these kinds of things. But in the beginning, they was so nice to me, love bombing me, grooming me, making me feel like I can do no wrong, making me feel like I'm the only person in the world for them. But then everything changes, within the next couple months, right? Hey, Tania, how's it going? Tiana, how are you this evening? What's up? I always get your name mixed up. I'm like, Tanaya. I wish like the live, I can actually hear y'all. Like, I would love that, to be able to hear you guys and talk to you all like that. That'd be amazing. But what's up? How are you? It's kind of late, you guys. I know I came on here a little late. So, but yeah, I'm here, you guys. And you guys feel free to ask me questions. This is a Q&A. I'm not sure how much time I'm going to be on here, but I just wanted to make sure, I definitely talk to you guys. I come on here every Sunday, right? Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for that compliment. Thank you so much. I try. And Good Life says, Martell Holt from Love and Marriage Huntsville is a narc. Really? Oh, wow. How did you know that, Good Life? How did you know that? But, yeah, you guys. So, again, and to be honest, I always wondered this too. Like, how did a narcissist become a narc, or a narc become a narcissist? That was just always something that I was curious about. But again, and I agree with Three Wizard Bros said. He left that comment because let's say, for instance, like, you don't get betrayed by anybody, or you don't get mistreated or abused or used or whatever. But let's just say, again, you could have been neglected as a child, right? Or you could have been overly spoiled. Like if you let's say you wasn't really disciplined, or you never got on any punishment, not necessarily saying beat, because I never condone beating a kid at all. Because for me, I feel like it leads the kid to be resentful towards you, and it teaches them how to react violently to situations and issues, which I don't really recommend that at all. But I do feel like, when the child is younger, and if you are not giving them that attention, that time, that energy, and letting that kid know, like, hey, you're important, you matter, let me get to know you, then I feel like the child would, kind of become rebellious, and they may feel like that everybody is going to be like their parent that they meet. And so they just decide that, hey, I'm just going to be this way. I'm going to be rude. I'm going to be abusive. I'm going to, take advantage of people, because maybe they feel like as a kid, people took advantage of them, or people didn't see them. Maybe, because they say narcissists always look for attention and admiration, and they need to be constantly, being reaffirmed, or to be noticed. I guess they really need that I'm trying to, what is a really good word for, they just need to be seen. Basically, these people need to be noticed, and they need, oh, reinforcement, there you go. They need that reinforcement from other people. And again, this could have came from, you know, being neglected as a child, or maybe being overly, you know, praised as a kid. Because you know how sometimes parents, they may give the kid anything and everything that they want, because they could have felt like, well, they didn't get everything that they wanted as a kid, so they want to do that for their kid. But then the kid ends up being, they kind of take it for granted, and then they feel like they deserve that from everybody because their parents did it to them, so they feel like everybody should do that to them. So you kind of just want to be careful in that regards, you know. So yeah. In Good Life, you said his behavior, he cheated on his wife, oh wow, with his mistress, whom he called a peasant, got the mistress pregnant, and blames his wife for his actions. Oh wow, I'm sorry to hear that. Wow, very, very sorry to hear that. And Marcus Gates says they need validation. Yeah, they do. They definitely need validation at all times, right? And sometimes, I mean, that can be a lot. You know what I mean? Like, even in a regular relationship, like, yeah, you want support, you want companionship, you know, not necessarily validation, but you just want to know, like, you know, they got you, you got them, they care for you, you care for them, vice versa. But with the narcissist, it's very draining. It's very toxic. To me, they're emotional vampires. They drain the life out of you. You know, just from one conversation, one phone call, you feel like all of your energy is gone. Like, you can't finish your day. You know, you can't finish your daily tasks after dealing with a narcissist or talking to them on the phone. You know, so but yeah, we just have to be mindful. Again, I truly do believe that narcissists are created. I don't think that narcissists are born. I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? I mean, I think that they're created, unfortunately. And the sad part about it, again, narcissists don't get help. You know, people, and that's what I always say. If you are a victim and a survivor of narcissistic abuse, please don't be afraid to reach out. I know, again, and you guys let me know what you think. Do you feel like asking for help is weak? I know, like, because my narc told me that asking for help was weak. That's what I don't know if you guys had that same experience. But now that I learned about it, I'm like, it's not weak. It's actually showing strength, because you are actually wanting to improve yourself. You want to get better, because if you stay the same and you're just kind of continuing on with your life, you're going to keep attracting those same kind of people over and over and over and over again. And you're wondering why you're still staying in the same place, and life has passed you by and you're still thinking about the narcissist, or you keep reattracting these people. It's like, we have to get that support that we need. And it's no shame, you guys. Don't feel like it's weak. It's not, trust me, because that's not true at all. So, but Good Life, you said they never own up to their horrible behavior. They sure don't. They never apologize. They never acknowledge what they do. They don't take responsibility. They don't take accountability for their actions. That's the whole part of being a narcissist anyways, you know. It's just against their code, I guess. That's just something that they don't do. There's no closure. And you are left ruminating, you're obsessing, you have that trauma bond, and you don't know how to stop it. You're like, how do I get over this person? How do I move on? How do I stop these thoughts? Me, myself, like I always say, what helped me to heal from the narcissist, I definitely got counseling. The only thing, as I always said, I wish this person, the person that I did get counseling with, knew about narcissists, because it didn't help like that. I mean, it was a good person to talk to, but if she dealt with the narcissist, then she would have been able to help me understand it better. I could have been able to heal a lot quicker, a lot faster. And it wouldn't have taken me 2 years, right? I mean, to be honest with you guys, I did not want it to take that long. It just happened that way because I didn't know the right people. I didn't have the right help, I guess, you know, so it took me longer. But now it's just like, you know, if you're dealing with a narcissist, it shouldn't take, I mean, it just depends. It takes, every individual is different. So there's no rush, but I would always recommend reaching out to someone that has dealt with narcissistic abuse. If you do seek support, if you do seek help, definitely, I would love to support any of you guys that are watching. And, you know, if you're still struggling with dealing with narcissists, I'm always here for you guys. But the other thing that helped me though was definitely doing yoga, a lot of yoga, meditation, getting massages was really, really good to kind of help me relax my mind and my body. reading a lot of books, If you watch my video called how to gain your self-confidence back after dealing with the narcissist, I highly recommend checking that out. I do mention books that I read that really helped me in my self-esteem and my confidence after dealing with the narcissist, because they can really bring your confidence down to the ground. Like, you literally would have to start over. Like, what they do to us, not only do they break our hearts, but they actually break our spirits. And I think that's why it's so hard for us to move on. That's what I really truly think. What do you guys think in that regards? But yeah. So yeah, good life. They are created. They are definitely created. Marcus, you said they are created, but asking for help is not weak. My narc told me to never talk about what happened to nobody. I still spoke up on it to free myself from her bond that she had over me. Wow, I'm really sorry to hear that, Marcus. And then Good Life is right. They never apologize or even admit what they did. Yeah, they sure don't. Because again, nothing they do is wrong, and yeah, I've had people that emailed me and, they said that they felt like asking for help was weak. And I'm here to tell you guys, it's not weak. It's the sign of strength, because it's showing that you want to change. You don't want to stay the same. I always feel like, if you're not growing, if you're not evolving, if you're not expanding, then you're dying, because you're staying the same. Life is always moving. It's always going up. It's always, time never stops for anyone. And, you kind of have to be on that same route. You always got to be moving forward. Never go back to the narcissist, you guys, please. If you get anything out of this video, please do not go back to the narcissist. So Good Life, do y'all think they know they are wrong, or do they really think they are right? I think that they know what they're doing. They're not stupid. Narcissists are not stupid. My personal opinion, I think that narcissists really study human beings, because narcissists has closed themselves off to people and things because they have decided that they've gotten hurt, or whatever the case was that has changed them, that they're going to be a certain way. And they know exactly what it is that they're doing. And when they do it, they know it's going to hurt you. And they know it's going to be hard for you to move on. And they know it's going to be hard for you to forget about it. And they know that. And they do that. They do these certain things, whether they lie, they cheat on you, betray you, whatever. And then they just move on like super quick the next day or the next week. They know that that's going to have an effect on you. It's going to hurt you, hurt your self-esteem. You're going to feel like crap. You're going to feel worthless. You're going to feel down in the dumps. And you're not going to want to talk to anybody anymore. You're not going to trust people anymore. You're probably not even going to want to date anymore. And they know that, so they know exactly what it is that they're doing. And they know that what they're doing is wrong. But they just choose to do it because they don't care. So, because again, they got hurt and they had something happen to them. And so they're just like, well, it happened to me. So, you know what I mean? So they don't care. And so, Tiana, you said they definitely destroy your spirit. Yes, they sure do. Sure do. And they do it with a smile. They'll do it right with a smile. Won't even care about it. And to Lori Marie says, you're on point. Their attempt is to break your spirit. It's definitely spiritual. Yes. Thank you for that. But it's sad, but it is true. And I don't know if I ever told you guys, but when I guess I was kind of checking up on my narc. I didn't know he was a narc, but when he posted a picture up of the new supply, and I had reached out to him, right? I didn't know what was going on, but he literally said, "Did I kill your dreams?" That's what he told me. And he was serious, you guys. That was his goal. That was his purpose. He wanted to kill my dreams, you guys. And he was close. But he didn't. God was with me. I still have faith in myself. And I was like, this is not the end. I'm not going to let this get the best of me. There's life after the narcissist. And that's what you guys have to understand too. It can get better, but it takes time. It takes dedication and focus, right? So, Marcus, you said she broke me for the moment, but I'm climbing from the ashes. I told myself to never go back. I don't care what she say, but I have a question. Yes. Is it true that they don't change because it's hard to believe? I wouldn't say that. I just feel like they just don't care. And again, they don't think that there's anything wrong with them. They don't think that there's anything wrong with their behavior. the way that they are showing up in relationships, they think that that's normal, that's just what it is. That's their lifestyle. It goes from the love bombing, the grooming, and then, and they could do that for years. They could keep you in a certain phase of the relationship or a certain cycle in a relationship for years. And then you will notice the difference, and then it'll kind of change up, and then you will start to notice you're being devalued. And this could last for who knows how long. And it just depends on the victim and the survivor and how much you're willing to put up with, how much abuse you accept, and how much you kind of just learn to just deal with it. Some of us, we just become immune to it, and we're just like, I'm not going to find anybody else. And I don't want to start over. And, it's just too much. It just takes too much time. So we just kind of settle for less, So, and then eventually, depending on if you stay or not, it goes to the discard, and this cycle, you guys, with the narcissist, it keeps going just over and over and over again. But it's up to us. We have to be the ones to stop it. Because the narcissist is not going to stop it. That's why they always hoover us. They have the smear campaign and the flying monkeys. It just keeps going and going and going and going. It never ends. And you guys know too, the narcissist never lets you go. So again, we have to be the ones to let them go. We have to be the ones to block them, to stop them, right? It's up to us. We have to take our power back. That's what I really want to talk about this today, because we actually have the power in the relationship. We actually give our power away to the narcissist. We don't know that. We don't know that at first. I didn't know that either. But I had the power all along to stop the abuse, right? But yeah. So Good Life says, so they are just calculating out here being evil. Yeah. Yep. And you guys know them. And I kind of want to make another video on this, but they're always plotting against you. Never. And this, to me, I didn't know this because I didn't know I was dealing with a narc. But thank you guys for the like. But the narcissist is always against you. They're never with you. They're never with you at all. At all times, they are plotting to get revenge if you discard them, or if they had to leave you, or if you bruise their ego, they're plotting on you. They want to see you self-destruct. They want to see you miserable. They don't want to see you happy. They don't want to see you move on. Trust me, you guys, if you do something to them, you may not even know it. Sometimes if you give them a narc injury, or if you bruise their ego, or you say something and it's like a criticism, they're not going to tell you what you did. They're just you're going to notice things change. And then eventually you're going to feel like, what the heck just happened? Maybe you could feel like duped or tricked or lied or played. It's their way of getting back to you. They were plotting on you, right? So, yeah, I guess in my case, I definitely do feel like the narc plotted on me. Basically, plotted to disappoint me, plotted to break my heart, plotted to kill my dreams. That was I'm telling you guys, that's what he wanted to do. When I did not want to accept being a side chick, he was like, all right, I'm about to get her. And that's what he tried to do. He tried to do it, but I didn't let it get to me. I didn't. At first it did. I'm not going to lie. It hurt me. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, I'm strong. I'm going to just get underneath somebody. No, that stuff hurt because I really did love that person. But unfortunately, the narc thinks that love is weak. They don't love. It's nothing for them to love. So yeah, that's the reality. And that's a hard pill that a lot of us, we have to swallow, so. But, I'm trying to see, where are we at here? So, Lori Marie says, it's important not to claim the narc as yours. My narc, that is a way of maintaining the toxic soul tie. Yeah, that's true. The narc and the way he or she treated us does not belong to us anymore. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. I guess I say my narc meaning just to kind of give you guys an example, but no, that's definitely a great point, Lori. Marcus Gay says, even after they discard you. Yeah. Yep. They'll still try to plot against you after they discard you because they want to see you again self-destruct. They want to really hurt you. That's their aim. That's their goal. They want to hurt you at all costs, and it's like you never meant anything to them at all. All of the whole love bombing in the beginning, it was fake. It was fake. and that's, again, we have to kind of come to terms with that. It's actually pretty scary. It's like all along this person was actually, you thought that they're with you, but they're actually really against you. So it is a kind of a scary reality, so. And again, and I understand too why a lot of people would not want to trust anymore, because that's something that could shatter everything that you ever thought about people, life, relationships, all of that stuff. So definitely. And Good Life says, I agree. I don't say they don't, but right. Yeah, I'll say the narcissist. Right. And Good Life, what was the narcissist zodiac sign? He was an Aries. I'm a Taurus, by the way. But yeah, he was an Aries. And Cindy, hey, guys, you can't make this up. He discarded me in August for some Instagram girl he met, moved in with her 2 weeks after I left. He messaged me and asked me to borrow $30K. What? That is crazy. And I'm sorry that happened to you, Cindy. That's really sad. Like, oh man, these narcissists, they're crazy, you guys. They're so crazy. And they can actually make us crazy. The longer we're in contact with them, the longer, we have dealings and things, whether if it's marriage or kids or whatever, they can make us crazy, you guys, and they can actually make the kids crazy. So you really, really, really have to be careful with these people, you guys. You have to stay safe and you have to protect yourself at all costs. Please, change your number if you have to, move, whatever you do. And I know some people are probably like, well, why do I have to do this? And, this person abused me. I mean, it's at this point, it's just about your safety. You know what I mean? Block them, whatever you need to do. So, but to Lori Marie says, yes, Good Life, cool beans, because that's mental attachment as well as you don't claim the narc as yours. Yeah, I feel that. That's a good way to put it, Lori Marie. And Marcus, he said, so they think they still own you after discard. Yes, they do. It don't get it. She discarded me, but still want me. Yeah, they will do that. It's strange. It's more of a power and a control kind of thing. The narcissists always want to control you because a lot of the times they don't have control in their own lives. So they need to control their supply. So that way they can feel like, oh yeah, okay, I got that person. They can always have you anytime that they want, or if they're bored or they just need some attention, they need some admiration. They just want to visit you or whatever the case is. They just need to kill some time. They just call up their supply and they got you. So yeah, it's crazy. It's and sometimes let's say you leave them, they'll go out of their way. They'll pursue you, say, oh, I'm sorry. They'll beg you, they'll cry and say, I'll change and I'll make things right. And then they'll be fine for a month or two, and maybe it could be a year. It just depends on the situation. And then out of nowhere, they'll do the same thing. And even worse. That's why I say never take the narcissist back. If you find out they're a narcissist, don't go back to them. Please don't, because trust me, the next discard is going to be worse. Trust me. So Good Life says, oh, I was with a narc Aries. That fool broke my heart. Now he's trolling my Instagram. Talk about he's my biggest fan. I'm a Scorpio. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, not all Aries are like that, but again, I keep saying my narc, but the narcissist that I dated, he was an Aries. So he was very egotistical. And he had this I don't know, he was just super confident. I'm not sure why. I think it was kind of he was just kind of boosting himself up, and he kind of got a lot of his confidence from the outside. It wasn't his own confidence, you know what I mean? So yeah. But and Reese, am I narcissistic? No. No, not at all. Into official. So glad I got to see this tonight. Hey, Into. And subscribe to my channel for Monday Motivational. Okay, cool. Definitely will do. I think I subscribed already. But yeah, hashtags all day. Yes. Welcome everybody. I'm so happy that you all joined me. Yes. And make sure you guys are all subscribed to my channel. I do these every Sunday, and I post my videos about narcissists on Wednesdays. So yes, you guys, I'm so happy that you all joined me. Thank y'all for the like. Appreciate you guys. And Into Official says, so many in my family like that. It's a snowball of destruction and devastation. Yes, it is. It's very destructive. It's very toxic. And unfortunately, it does rub off on some of us. Not all. But the ones that, really kind of see the toxicity for what it is and say, hey, I don't want to be like that. Those are the ones that, they don't end up becoming narcs, right? They kind of look inside of themselves and say, hey, what do I need to change about myself? How can I get support? What do I need to work on? But again, narcissists, how they become a narc is they decide, again, like they have a traumatic experience that happens to them. And again, they just make a vow and say, I'm never allowing this to happen to me ever again, which I understand they're protecting themselves. But again, you can't go out and harming other people. You know what I mean? Don't harm another person because you got harmed. Maybe you need to look inside of yourself and see why you attracted that relationship. What was it about you that attracted that? Because everything that happens in our life is for us to learn. It's for us to learn a lesson. You know what I mean? But don't go harming other people because that happened to you. You get what I'm saying? So yeah. You said, and Aries is trolling me too. Oh wow. That is crazy. That is so crazy. Yes. So Marcus, he says she's a Leo, but to find out everything was fake, I knew she was tampering with my life. Every job we had, everyone turned on me and my money started getting lower and lower. Oh my God, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry about that, Marcus. And to be honest, me personally, not all Leos, but the Leos that I've dealt with, I guess it just didn't go that well. It was just more so like, because I'm a Taurus, so I'm an earth sign, and the Leos are fire signs. So you know how we kind of different in a way. But I guess the ones that I dealt with when I was younger, so it was on a different vibration. We just didn't mix well. But for me, though, the Leos that I've gotten in contact with, they're kind of bossy. They're very bossy, but they're very loving and caring people. But if they're a narcissist, then, that's not something that you want to be around, right? So the good life, you said, I grew up with a narc family. I felt like Cinderella. Me too. I definitely felt like Cinderella, you guys. Like, and I'm going to be honest, like, not the relationship that I have now or the guy that I'm talking to now, it's actually a whole lot better. He's not a narcissist. But the previous people that I dealt with before, you guys, and even some of like the family situations, it was just like, I just felt like I was Cinderella. Like, I really did, I truly did. So I definitely agree with you, good life. Marcus, you said she forced me to have to quit my job knowing I have kids outside the relationship. We had people said that she was jealous. Really? That you had kids? Oh my God, I'm sorry. Yeah, narcissists, well, the female ones, they can definitely be jealous. They sometimes will sabotage your relationships with other people because they want to kind of keep the control over you. They want to control your finances and who you talk to, who you date, where you go, very envious, very envious. They want to have that control over you. They want to be the woman of the house. That's how my aunt was. She was the woman of the house. She wore the pants in the house because she was married, and it was about making her happy. That's how the female narcs are. And I never shared this story with you guys, but I want to share it because I don't know. And again, I guess I should have kind of saw it as a red flag, but I was young, you guys. Like, I'm 31 now, but when I lived with my aunt, I was 17. But I remember my grandmother had passed away, and we had some family come in from Colorado. And I remember my aunt Narc, she told me, she was like, oh, Joy, either you can sleep on the couch or you can go to your other aunts. Because I had two aunts living in LA at the time. She was like, oh, or you can go to your other aunt's house. But she was saying that it was basically my uncle, which is her brother. She was saying that he could take the room. He could sleep in my room and I would have to sleep on the couch or go to another place. And I'm just thinking like, well, why do I have to go somewhere else if I'm living here? So I don't know. Again, it just, I didn't see that as maybe like, hey, that's not normal. Like, if this is my room, why are you saying that he's more important than me? Like, I mean, I understand he's your brother, but it's just like, it's my room at the same time. Like, why can't he go sleep on the couch, or why can't he go to our other aunt? I mean, well, my aunt, her sister's house. Like, so again, I should have just kind of, I didn't know what I was dealing with, right? So I never really shared that with you guys, but that was another experience that I had, while living with my aunt. So, and so Reese M says, don't understand the narc obsession. Well, I don't know about an obsession. For me, though, I have dealt with narcs in my life, so that's why my channel is about narcissistic abuse. I do feel like a lot of us obsess. Maybe it could be during the relationship, or it could be after the relationship, because a lot of us, we're trying to understand what has happened to us. We know that something is not right, and we want to find out what it is. So I think a lot of us, we kind of obsessed. I'm not going to lie, like, because I wanted to know what happened. I was like, this is not something that is usual for me, meaning if I'm in a relationship and it ends, we may have a closure call, a closure text, but this person didn't give me any closure, just starts parading another person around automatically, pretty much wanting to hurt me, wanting to hurt my feelings, wishing me pretty much bad luck, and wanting the worst for me. And even the borderline that I dealt with, it didn't end normal. Like, he all of a sudden just posted this new person up on his page, didn't even give me a heads up, kind of ruined my birthday, all that stuff. And then after we kind of fizzled out, he's like saying like, oh yeah, the best woman in the world. And he's kissing on her in his social media. I'm just like, what happened? Like, we didn't even talk about it. You just automatically decide that, it's not I'm not the right person, but I'm still kind of here and thinking like, what happened? Did I do something wrong? Can we talk about it? So yeah. But okay. Marcus, you said, you right, I'm never going back. I've been made a mixtape about narcissistic abuse. You guys go check it. Okay, I'll definitely check it out. Leave it in the link below. I'll leave it on the comment, Marcus. She can never get me back. I don't care. I'm done. It's been 9 months. And yeah, I do have PTSD from the memory of the abuse, but I'm gaining strength every day. Jesus is the answer for refer. Okay, cool. Yeah, PTSD, it's tough to deal with. I definitely could say that I had it, and I definitely have overcome it. From time to time, I still do have memories, but it doesn't affect me. Sometimes when I talk about it, it definitely can kind of bring me back to that period of time, but definitely have overcame that. Good life. Oh, good night. Yes, I definitely love the chat. Good life. My cat is being a little crazy right now, but I'm not going to hold you guys for too long. I know it is a Sunday. You guys got to get ready for the week, but I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know what was you guys' biggest takeaway. And if you guys want to learn more about how you can work with me one-on-one on how you can overcome narcissistic abuse, I can actually guide you. I have a 90-day coaching program called Overcome Narcissistic Abuse. If you guys want to learn more, you can visit my website, or you can email me at livenarcfree9@gmail.com. And I love to support you in any way that I can. But other than that, you guys, I'm signing out. Oh, and until you said, what's the most narcissistic sign? The most narcissistic, you mean zodiac sign? Or are you saying like how to recognize if it's a narcissist? And Marcus, you said, thanks for being here to share your story and listening to ours, as we all just wanted to share a story. Oh yeah, definitely. Absolutely. And like I said, I'm here every Sundays, you guys. So please feel free to tune in. Make sure that you are subscribed so you never miss a video. Oh, okay. So the most narcissistic signs, the ones, oh God. So my experience, the narc that I dealt with was an Aries, and the other, he was a borderline. He was a Sagittarius. And I did have an ex-best friend of 10 years. I'm not going to necessarily say that she was a narc, but I do know that she was very jealous of me. She was an Aries as well. So I don't know. I would say maybe fire signs, but not all, because that's kind of biased. But just that's been my experience. Everybody has their own experience. But oh, Marcus, you said fire signs. Yes. Yes, I would definitely say fire signs. But again, not all. So if you're a fire sign watching this, I'm not saying you're a narc, but they know who they are, right? But yeah, you guys. Leah, yeah, see? But yeah, I'm signing out. I don't want to hold you guys longer, but don't forget, you guys, I actually do have a free download if you want to check out Letting Go of the Narcissist. You can listen to that, especially if you want guidance on how to let go of the narcissist. And I do have another video called 5 recovery mistakes that you may make after trying to recover from narcissistic abuse. So you guys make sure that you watch that. I'll link that below. Yes, good night into official. And yes, you guys, that's all I have. If you guys want to donate to the Live Narc Free Ministries, you can definitely do so via Cashapp, which would be $Coach Joy 510, or you can send a PayPal at livenarcfree9@gmail.com. And I do want to say thank you to those of you that have left me donations. I really, truly appreciate it. And for those of you that have gotten coaching sessions with me, it really, truly does mean the world, and it keeps me going. So thank you so much, you guys. Love you, and I will see you guys in the next video. Oh, thank you for calling me beautiful. Yes, love you guys. I'll see you all next Sunday. Bye. See you all.